Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to the Sensu Pop channel, and this is going to be the first episode of a podcast. This is something that I've decided to do because, there's just so many topics around that I want to talk, but I just don't want to prepare for it, right? So it's not about preparing all this pre-prepared format scripted videos. No, this is not. This is just going to be some friends. We're just going to relax. We're just going to pick a topic and we're just going to talk about it. So the name of this podcast is going to be POPCAST. Wink, wink. I think it's going to be really good. Today I'm joined by some guests here. So guys, do you want to say hi to the audience?
Yeah, sounds good. So, hi everybody.
Hello.
Hello. Why not?
Is-
My name is Peter. I'm from London Players Guild, and I'm the guild master.
I'm Justsilk. So, yeah, another content creator. Haven't done some content in a while, but that's because I'm waiting for some stuff to come out, like Blue Baby, of course.
And
Silk,
I am
it's
Seechun.
Oh, sorry. Situn?
Thanks.
Sorry, so sorry.
My wife hates games here. Again, well, been very busy right now, so not too much happening in the UK either, actually. So, but we'll be looking at doing some content in the near future.
I really recommend. I am going to be posting their links down below, so give them a check out, shout out, and click like and subscribe to some of their videos. That would be pretty much appreciated. So, guys, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic. So, I believe this is like the perfect episode 1. Let's set the tone, right? So, this is like the perfect episode 1 topic. It's going to be why I have decided not to share my playmats anymore, my playmat design. For those guys who doesn't know, I do playmat design, and the reason why I do it is because I do it for myself, and I kind of do like to have some playmats design, and from time to time, because maybe I have no life, I spend my free time making more design for myself. If I like a certain character, I would like to design it. And one of the things that I do is I just share it out. Anybody who wants to use it, but it is strictly for personal use because of some legal gray areas. I am not allowed to share the assets. I don't own them, right? I don't own the assets, and ultimately, like what Sichun says, unless you get a approval from Bandai to say that you can use the Dragon Ball characters, you are not going to win the legal battle.
Yeah, it's a weird thing. It really depends on how Bandai will treat it, but it's unlikely that you would be able to use their assets to sell. That they'll probably do something, cease and desist or something.
Yeah, Dragon Ball is too big of an IP. It's fine if you have characters modeled off it. That's within a gray area. If you don't sell the mats for, like en masse to the stores or things like that. If you only sell them, they kinda don't look too badly at that. But if you're just using straight out their assets and compose the playmats, and you try to make money out of that, that's a no-go.
Yeah. Okay, what about for example, right? They use from Dokkan battles some of these images that they have, but you can actually go into the code itself and pull out some of the assets that Bandai is using. However, they're really, really small. What if you redraw them yourself and then into vectors, and you color it and everything so that you get it to a size that is printable? But you put in all the effort to draw, but your drawing is based on a image from Bandai. Is that like a gray area?
Difficult. You would need to be able to actually prove that you did the whole work from the scratch. So you wouldn't be able to just bring out the smaller version, make it bigger, and fill in the pixels. Or I'm not a graphic designer. I don't know how it would work. I'm just pulling it out. But you can't just remodel what they have. You would need to do it from the scratch, and then it would be within that gray area. The reason why they don't strike it down, because they could strike it down. The reason why they don't is because it's something that builds the community and brings the awareness of the brand. And the official one is still looking good. Everything that gets the official stamp of approval just generally works. Looks and works better, and even the fan-made things will bring people in to through that unofficial stuff, will bring it towards the official merchandise. That's why they don't go with cease and desist on every single playmat that is done out there.
Can I sell it though? If I put in the work to draw it.
And if you make it from scratch and only you sell it, so for example, you make it just for the one shop and not distributed all over the world, then yes.
I mean, it's at the end of the day, it's a copyright issue. So if you've taken the asset from the source code, then no, you can't. However much,
But
however
if
much you blow it up yourself.
Even if you redraw, because like my old logo for my old when I first started tattooing was a Pokeball, and I just used that as a logo, and I got a cease and desist, and that's just a Pokeball, and I drew the Pokeball myself. It wasn't even like I copied and pasted. It was a drawn Pokeball.
But Pokeball is actually a registered icon for Pokemon. That's a bit different. That's a bit different.
Intellectual property, isn't it?
Well, it would
different
be
type of intellectual property, because that's a
so-
registered icon that is used to recognize Pokemon, and a lot of their icons, Pikachu, Pokemon, their font as well. All of that is registered icons for Pokemon Company.
Yeah, so you would have trademarks and registered trademarks, and what we're talking about here would be copyright, I guess.
Okay.
Unless anything is.
Well, yeah, because I didn't get
mean,
anything for my font. I just got it for the Pokeball. My font's very similar to the Pokemon font. It's not actually the Pokemon font, but it's very similar.
Yeah, that's within the rights, but that Pokeball on its own is considered a icon, a Pokemon icon. So it's something that can be used to represent the branding without text. It's a visual representation of the branding, and that is actually registered.
Right.
Yeah, so in terms of the font, they could probably still do something to you as passing off. So that's something that isn't, well, in the UK, that's something that isn't statute, that's in case law.
But anyways, I think no matter what does the law says, if Bandai wants to come down hard, we are gonna lose.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All of our thumbnails will need to.
Most probably we are dead.
No, thumbnails on YouTube actually work under fair use.
Yeah, but some of the assets.
But we're not selling them.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get to the main reason for the viewers. The main reason, or listeners, because it's a podcast, the main reason why I have decided, or I am deciding, right? It's because of the trouble that recently I went through because of this. And let's just say for almost every third design that I share online, I get into one of this type of discussion with people. And the recent one was a huge one. And I really want to share the story here. So what happened here is this. So I released the Towa design, and I was kind of proud of the Towa design because I think it looks really good. And you guys were part of the process, right? I sent you guys and said, oh, I've spent 4 hours and I got nothing. And it wasn't looking good. The first draft wasn't good at all, right? It was missing something. So I just went back to the drawing board and try again and again and again. And finally, it just dawned upon me. I just said, why not we just do a time breaker version of Towa? And I went back and took the assets and make some really drastic changes to the assets to make them be the time breaker counterpart, right? So I took a Janemba image and I started working on Janemba image, changing the color, the eyes, the time logo, to fade it in just to make sure that it looks like a time breaker, and piece everything together. And it took a lot of trial and error, especially with the coloring, to get it correct. I have to redo it all over again because one part was wrong and I just couldn't get it out of my mind. And there was no way to like a Control Z all the way back. I was talking to John Alonso, the other designer in the group, and we both point out and said, okay, that is a problem, right? And I decided to fix it. That basically means right from the start, all the time breaker, I have to redo all of them again from square one. But I did it, and the result was really nice. And I was kind of proud of it, and I started sharing. The response was pretty good. What happened here is the next day, or a few days later, I received a message from a guy that says, hey, I've sent it. He was really nice. He said, hey, I like your design very much. I've sent it for printing. Would you like to see it if after it comes out? I said, yeah, sure, I want to see it. I want to make sure that the color comes out right and everything just looks good. So what happened here is this, that while it was like 1:30 a.m. and I wasn't sleeping then. I have trouble sleeping recently because of the weather changes. And this guy messaged me and said, hey, take a look at this video. It looks so good. This is the playmat that you make. And it was a video and on a studio that was printing out the playmat, and it looks really, really good. I was totally taken aback by it, right?
The foiling on it was great.
Yeah. And it did so good with the foiling on the eye, the Timebreaker logo. In terms of quality-wise, great job. And
I think from the visual, we didn't have it in hand.
Yeah, but I believe that it should be pretty close. It should be pretty close.
I'm always dubious about the playmats printed. It's probably just me. You never know what you get in hand.
Yeah. You're just being a little bit more careful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, go on.
No worries. So, where was I? It was the quality.
You like the design, that you've seen the video, etc.
So I love the design very much, and I told the guy before I sleep. Oh, this is so good. Can I share the video? And he said, yeah, sure, share it. And because I want to share, right? I'm really proud of that design. And but I was looking at the video and I was like, I'm not too sure. I was uncomfortable with sharing. The reason was simple, right? Because it seems that I don't want to show that I'm endorsing the studio, and I don't want to appear that I am selling the playmat. So I just want to be careful about it. And so what I did is I went back to bed, and I will think about it tomorrow. It's 1:30 a.m. Okay, I'm not young anymore, so I have to get my beauty sleep. So the next day, when I woke up, and I decided to show you guys the video, right? Mm-hmm. And you guys were the guys who informed me, and I just told you it looks familiar, and immediately all the red flags started appearing in our conversation, right? Like you have questions, like Piotr, like Zisun, even Silk. You guys have like opinion on after you see the video. What do you feel about it? What was your first impression?
I mean, the video was fine. I think Peter was the one who brought it up. But the way they posted it was as if their studio came up with the design and they produced the playmat.
Yeah.
They also made it look like you can order that playmat. From them.
It was obvious. It was obvious because there was a guy who, I did translation. So take note, there could be some translation error over there. But this guy was asking, hey, can this be made into a mouse pad?
Yeah.
Yeah,
there was another guy asking how much it costs. There was a lot of inquiries there.
There were inquiries below. My translation, of course, it could be wrong because it was just done on Facebook. They seemed like they were general inquiries, like, oh, can you print a mat for us? Do you do mouse mats?
Yep, correct. Well? And the response from them was, hey, PM, and message me directly, right?
So there were some inquiries that I think were bots or accounts of someone who worked there or something like that, because those were the general inquiries. Just to show off that they can do more stuff than what they're showing. but there was one or two that I paid attention to because they were not as properly phrased. They sounded more natural to me, and one of them was about getting the same mat delivered, and the answer to that was just PM me.
Yep.
Which is the safest bet for him. And then I'm going to continue a bit of on your story here, because then we know that you don't like confrontation, you don't like doing stuff like that, and I was feeling
that is another story. This private conversation with I have not paid him yet, so this is non-legal advice from Zishun.
Oh yeah, no. Everything that I say cannot be construed as legal advice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I was feeling mischievous, so I commented, isn't this the same design that Senzu Pop shared in the groups some time ago?
Okay. Before that, no credit was given to me, right?
Nothing.
No credit was given to me. Okay.
And magically, he responded to me with a screenshot and his favorite red circle showing that the credit is there, even though it was not there 10 minutes before.
Yeah, but still, when he first edited his post, the credit that was given to you, it made it seem like that you worked for their studio.
That was the vibe that I got also, because I think it was another translation. I don't know where because I do get a barrage of messages on that, right? From the customers, and the other guys were asking me, hey, what's going on there? And so I was really confused at the sequence of events, but ultimately they did tag me.
Yeah, they tagged your Instagram, but they still made it look like you work with the studios. Then when I started digging, they were like, "Oh, it was just a collaboration."
Yes, correct. Did they say that? Did they say that?
Yeah, they said it was a collaboration with you, and at this point, I jumped in and I said, "Well."
No, when I've seen that, like, I was like, Melvin, you need to see that, because no. And that's when you said that you were busy and you're going to see it in the moment, but Teachin already seen it, so.
Oh yeah, because I was in a meeting and my phone was kind of blowing up with all these messages. Suddenly it was a tag. I have to tell you guys, I'm still in a meeting. I cannot read the messages. Yeah. But thanks, guys, for jumping in, right? Like Piotr, you point out that, hey, this is mine, and that's kind of started the whole sequence of event.
You see, every time something like this happens, it's me and Seachin that keeps on pestering you. You should do something about that.
Yes, and
it's what we do. And for me and for Seachin, it's kind of natural that we look at that. No, I've done my fair share in marketing, so things like this just piss me off.
No, I really appreciate it. I think to a certain extent I am very immature, or not immature, but I'm still very new to all these things, right? And I really appreciate all this advice that you guys are giving. Like, you really need to protect. For example, if I would have listened to you guys at the start and said, I really need to protect my stuff, then I would not go into all these troubles. You guys were in the group. You guys know how much trouble I get myself into for the things that I do constantly, right?
But I mean, it all comes from your love for the game and for what you do.
Yeah, but also some form of part that I need to be smarter about this.
Yeah, you do.
Yep. And another thing is, so Sichun messaged me, and he already wrote up this whole message that he's going to post on the thing to tell. Sichun, do you want to maybe come and jump in for this part?
I mean, yeah. So I basically just said it's not collaboration, and you can't use it for commercial purposes. It's the gist of it, but it was properly worded, quite strongly worded, actually. Pretty assertive. You didn't like that, though.
Not that I didn't like it. I was uncomfortable.
You weren't comfortable with it. Yeah.
I don't think at that stage, it was our first kind of to tell him, don't do it, right? Can you kindly not continue with this? I wasn't comfortable at that level of is it right to call it aggression? No.
I mean, it's very politely worded. Technically, it's what we do in my line of work a lot. It's just one of those polite business emails, which clearly aren't polite.
Yeah, it was uncomfortable to read, even though I'm the one who's like we are the one who's sending them. It was uncomfortable on my side.
I mean,
So I ended up rewording that one.
Done.
We went through quite a number of
There's only a
rewording,
couple.
right? Like 3
Yeah,
times minimum.
3 times, yeah.
Yep. So the third one was like really nice, straight to the point. There's no collaboration. Can you stop selling this mat?
Yeah. Oh,
So what
I put
happened
the word
next?
kindly in there as well.
Then I thought this whole thing was gonna end. And Piotr, you messaged me and said, "Oh, he's going quiet now." So I thought everything is gonna end, right? So the store owner, the store who printed the playmat, who didn't give me credit, and then suddenly said that it was a collaboration with me. And under the comment section, obviously, we cannot confirm it, but with all this PM when people are asking for prizes and can it be done it in like a mouse pad, he asked them to PM him. So we sent him and said, don't do it anymore, right? And he went quiet. So on my side, I go, oh, cool. I hope everything ends. That's great. If he's gonna do anything behind, that's totally fine, because at least we make our point clear. I think that is the most important part on my side. I'm not collaborating with this. They do not have my permission to sell, and that is something I want to make clear. So I went for sports. After sports, I switch on my phone, and then I got a message from Sichun. So what happened next?
He basically then screenshot a load of the conversation that you were talking about earlier with the person who messaged you at around 1:30, and the guy just posted this whole conversation. Not the whole conversation, actually.
Correct.
He posted most of the conversation on their Facebook post for everyone to see, and left out the most important part.
Yeah, correct. And the funny thing is how he posted it. Okay, the first thing is I was really pissed. Now it got me pissed because it is my private conversation with his customer. And the last thing I really want to do is to get his customer into some sort of trouble, right? Because the customer is a really nice guy. Read the message. He does everything out of just being appreciative, right? He comes, he thanked me, and he says, hey, thank you for creating it and not, and sharing it. He loves the playmat very much, and he was so proud of the playmat, and he would just want me to see it and said, this is so good looking, right? And in that conversation, we're just talking about how nice the playmat was looking. So I got really pissed because my private conversation with this guy was posted publicly against Sichun, who was telling him that you were doing it on my behalf. You did post it, right? You did write it.
Yeah, so I commented on your behalf, and then they used these messages to sort of try and refute me.
And my face was in the conversation.
Yeah.
My face was in the screenshot. So I was really pissed off, and but I was still outside. So what I did, so the whole thing is, I do have, at that point of time, it was a Wednesday, I believe, so 7 p.m. I do have 1.5 hours to get back home.
Monday. Because I think it was Monday because I was still home.
Yeah?
Yeah, so that's going to be Monday.
Okay, so if it's a Monday, then it's 6:45. 6:45, dun. I have 1 hour and 30 minutes to shower, eat, get home, and prepare for my guests to come over. Because we are going to play Dragon Ball. So,
Nice.
So I was preparing for my guests to come over. I need to get everything ready. And so I messaged Sichun and said, okay, I will. Eventually, we kind of agreed that I need to step in. I need to write something to him, and but I don't have time. I'm gonna try my best. And eventually, I did it, but I didn't have time to eat. So I was in my kind of like a PC situation there, right?
You were hungry.
I was hungry. I was hungry, yeah. And so my guest was there, and we need to record for the channel. So we were recording some games. And the worst part of the whole thing was I was playing Prison Freezer. Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
You are hungry, you're dealing with all this shit, and
then you're forced to pilot Prison Freezer.
And he was playing the new AOD Babidi. You know how difficult it is to play against that deck. It was horrible. So the game legit lasted 40 something minutes. And so I okay, that went a little bit too far because I did write to the guy. And did you guys read my message to the store owner?
I think I did. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about it? Like, just a general impression. Was it like aggressive or?
No, I don't think it was. And I think for everything that had happened, I feel like I feel like you were actually good. Like you were nice. It was.
I would have gone ham on him.
Yeah, like I would have gone crazy.
To be fair, it was still polite, but it looked like, well, your initial way of contact has been ignored, or rather he went into full damage control mode and he started responding to Scott, to me, he was very condescending suddenly to everyone in there, including Sichin. And he started posting everything he could use to cover his ass. And then you stepped in, you made your own comment, and I assume that's going to be that, because he hasn't responded to it in an hour or so.
Yeah.
But it was more of a, I don't want to deal with that, but I want this sorted. That's how it read to me. Does that make sense? But it's still polite. Mm-hmm. It's not something that me or Sichin would probably smear there.
Oh, well, all my responses are polite.
Yes, but
I mean,
there's polite and then there is polite.
Yeah, but Citroen's messages, what I appreciate, it's straight to the point. And it is not personal, it's objective. So there is a certain objective that he wants to accomplish, and he doesn't go and talk about other things. It's straight, can you do this, can you do this, and can you do this, right? So it's logical. I like it. So I went with that approach to tell him that, I just have to say and iterate again that no, there's no collaboration, and I kindly ask him to remove my conversation, that my private conversation with his customer, remove it. And the second part is remove the just don't sell this and remove the post.
Don't make any more.
Basically. Yeah, don't make any more of this. I would like to emphasize, don't make any more. And because I knew that there was no way I can enforce this rule, right? I just asked him to please respect it. Like, respect my decision. Right. And, yep. And the funny thing is, sidetrack, right? Have you seen the screenshot that he posted of my private conversation? With
parts of it, because I know you've sent in the ending to us.
Correct.
On the
so
chat.
He kind of misses out one after. So he sends half of the conversation. The full conversation still includes 3 other talking points, 1 by me and 2 by his customer. That is at the end of the conversation, which he conveniently cuts out. And it's not that he doesn't have that information. If you take a look at the screenshot, you could see that I was talking. I replied. There was my reply and the timestamp that I actually replied after that.
Yeah, I mean, he just cut off your part.
Correct. And he didn't cut it off clean, so you could see that I was replying and a perfect timestamp was there, which coincided with my timestamp of my screenshot that I sent to you guys. which I said after that, I said, oh, I have thought about, I have to rethink about posting the video, because I am not comfortable where this is going. I don't want to give the impression that people are selling it, that I'm selling it, or people will resell that image. So guys, I asked him to tell him to make sure that the store does not do that, and he promised me and said, yeah, he told the customer told the store not to do it. Don't resell it, and the customer said he promises. So I posted it, and I thought that this guy would respect it, right? And at any one point of time, I know we are the person who's talking. We don't get anything from him. He's not here talking about how he felt. I don't think any one of us kind of overstepped our boundary though, or got to an extent that we were rude in an engagement.
No, we were just defending your rights. That's my opinion.
Yeah. So what happened was, while I was playing the game with my guest, so we were playing, and at the same time we were recording, my phone kind of started blowing up. I was like, okay, cool. So it was the customer who messaged me. And because the little part, the customer is not good with English, right? So he has to translate his reply to me. So he wrote to me and he said that, can I clarify with the shop owner? Because the shop owner says if I don't agree, he's not going to get his playmat. I think this is the part that you guys didn't get it, right? I didn't tell you guys.
You never told us this.
No, I never heard that.
I need to keep some surprises for this podcast.
That's outrageous.
Wow.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So the store owner at the same time also wrote to me. That's why my phone was blowing up, right? It was like really, really long message. But you kind of get a sense of how this guy works, because he messaged me and said, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm the owner of this store. Can we talk? ... Then he messaged me another one word, civilly. I was like, okay, that's a very strange way to start.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
When was I not civil, right? Like, when was I not civil? So, and then he started.
I mean, you attacked him in his eyes because you were defending your rights, but you were attacking his rights. It's a very American way to approach.
He's not American, though. I mean,
we know he's not American. And I wanted to say, I don't want to give an idea he's American. He's not. He's European.
Technically, he is American.
Is he?
South.
Oh, I thought he was European.
No, he's
South American.
South
Okay,
American.
South American. He might have a bit of that, you know.
Be careful. Podcast.
Yeah, I know. I know. I did see that a lot, that the most vocal people, I'm not saying all people, but most vocal people tend to be a bit of, if you disagree with me, you're attacking me.
I think that's the age right now,
if you're defending,
right?
I'm abusing you. If you defend yourself, you're attacking me.
Yeah.
This type of approach, I've seen it a lot with people, especially online, when they can't, you know, get in touch with person.
So, anyways, this guy, the store owner, contacted me, wrote me a long message, really long message, saying that, oh, he respects artists a lot. True, he respects artists a lot, and he is. I'm not sure if he said that, but you know, I'm just adding like some soy sauce to the flavor, so everything tastes better, right? So, and he said he respects artists a lot. In general, he said he respects artists a lot. He has no intention to sell the playmat, and I don't know what he wants. And he wrote me a lot of things. But at a point of time, because I have a guest and I'm recording, I'm playing the card game, and I just really want my phone to stop ringing, right?
This is also quite late.
It was quite late. But
Yeah.
I kind of have no choice. Freeze and freeze out. It's really a bad idea. By the way, don't play that at night and try to record. So what happened here is this: that I wrote to him, and I sent you guys. I swear that is the only thing I sent to him before even more shit goes down. I sent to him, I'm outside right now because I don't want to explain what I'm doing, right? Like I have a visitor. Yeah. I'm outside. I have a visitor.
You're busy. You don't need to explain yourself to him.
Correct. But I wrote to him, I'm outside. I have a visitor. This is not the right time to write back. Let me get back to you when I'm back. That's all I wrote. And then he replied me, ... with a thumbs up sign. And I thought everything was fine. And what happened next was my phone started blowing up again. But it takes time. So there's interval between each of them, right? Guess what happened? I saw a lot of Instagram dislike. But you cannot really dislike on Instagram, right? You guys, if you guys, it's on my channel. You guys are viewing me on the channel. You guys knows me on Facebook. You know I like to take photography of the cards.
And you take stunning pictures.
Yes, beautiful pictures.
Thank you. I really like the card a lot, so it kind of helps. And also the card looks really good to start with. So what happened here is that this guy, oh, not this guy. I started getting something that I'm not really used to in my Instagram, which is people really disliking my picture. And how do they do that? How did this guy do it? Is he just do the vomit thing. He just spams my comments with the vomit sign. And then like sometimes he populates with horrible, sometimes he doesn't say anything, but you know it's from one guy because it's one account. And lo and behold, what happened here is when my guests leave, I clean up everything, pack everything because of the camera, everything after do it. I decided to reply him. It was already very late. It was like 12-ish, 1-ish. But I still decided I need to talk to this guy because this is an urgent topic. I don't want him to think that, you know, I struck him away. And guess what? I couldn't reply him anymore. I got blocked. And you guys got blocked also.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think I'm blocked, actually.
Yeah?
I mean,
No, I can still comment on his stuff.
really?
So he's actually posted it again.
He never
and
removed.
Well, I mean, he's removed your credit from his post, and he's removed the post that the comment thread that we all commented on.
Yeah.
No, I can't see it anymore because I was blocked.
The credit is still there.
Oh no! Because I
look at it
I
right
have a
now.
link so the link that Peter sent me when I was asking for a link for the post. If I click on that now, which is the video of the towel mat,
Yeah.
there's no credit. Silks, you've seen it, right?
Yeah, but I can see a credit though.
Yeah, so
You can see
I.
a credit.
Yeah.
Strange.
But he blocked me.
Yeah, he blocked me as well.
So he blocked the guy who created a playmat.
Yeah.
And the guy who
And removed the whole conversation and
yeah, did he? Because I can't see anything at all.
yeah, he removed all of our comments.
Even
And now
me telling him not to sell my playmat?
Yes. C-Chance, even my comment asking about you.
Yeah,
He
the
removed-
whole comment thread.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and what's that? The person it's very obvious right now, right? But I still think I have to say it. The guy who was posting all this thing on my Instagram, he didn't even try to hide. It was him. So he was just going to my Instagram and start like doing all this puke, spamming it with all this puke
How come
comments.
there is no credit on yours, C-Chan?
I don't know. I just screenshot it to you guys, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's no credit on my screen.
I mean, I just went to their fan page or whatever it is and just went to the post and it's still there.
Hey, Silk, stop it. Silk, what are you doing?
So
No, that's a
Silk
good
just
thing.
commented that
Yeah.
the guy should credit the artist and he should listen to the artist's wishes.
And he's not the only one, because another one of our friends also did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. I haven't said anything horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about making a bigger deal of this on the community page, but I didn't know if you would want me to do that, Melvin.
Nah.
Let's see.
I don't-
I mean,
But
people are.
we're digressing a bit, right? So
Yeah.
what's your decision now from this?
I really have no idea because in the end I still would like to share. But the
Just share
other
it with the right people. That's all.
correct,
Also,
but
you can like from an artist point of view, you can share your designs, but don't put them put a watermark over them or put them at different angles, so that people cannot get them printed without it skewing it.
yep. But that's the thing here, right? Silk.
He wants to share it.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
wants
but
to share it.
that's what I mean. So you
people
share
can
it with
use it.
people who want you want to share it with.
Correct, but that's the thing. If I ask people to contact me if they want it, and I will just send it to them, and just ask them, like, put a proper statement over there that I can work out with Sichuan if he has time. That says, okay, this is really just for personal use, just to cover my asses. But the problem here is that like a Toa playmat was downloaded like 150 times in a couple of days. By the time that we, because I thought about, okay, because you guys were telling me stop sharing it. I mean, you guys don't say like stop sharing it, but more on like share it properly, not just put it publicly for everybody to download it, right?
Watermarks and all that stuff.
Yep. And watermark and things like that. But so I went to take a look, and by the time that it was that Monday, I think I shared it on Friday. I have no idea. Or did I share it over the weekend? It was already like 150 downloads at the time. I cannot deal with that number of requests.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yep.
I mean, then pair yourself with one of the printers. I think it wouldn't be too much of an issue to pair yourself with one of the printers and just make sure they don't sell it for ridiculous amounts of money. People will need to get it printed either way, so they will go to a printer either way. You might as well get pennies from that, right?
Yeah, he's got a point.
Yeah, but then I will be selling. I will be technically selling the playmat, and I don't want to get into any legal issues with that.
Technically,
I mean, realistically, they're not going to come after you, but
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you're not distributing it to different stores, you just put with one printer, with one shop, you go to someone who's going to be printing them for you, and then you have an agreement with them that for each mat sold you get pennies or whatever it's going to end up being. If you don't want it to sell for too expensive, because you want to have a lot of people to have access to it as close to cost as possible, then you will get pennies. If you think you can make it a bit better, you can make it a bit better. But as long as you're not distributing it to shops as in merchandise, you should be fine. And in the worst case,
just do a limit, like literally do this. This is my design, and do competitions on your page. People like it enough, then do cool. Then if this happens, blah blah blah, blah I'll get 10 mats printed. And then
that's £100.
That's like, yeah.
But only 10 people get the mat.
Exactly, and only 10 people get the design.
I think the issue is that Melvin wants to share his work with people, but he wants it protected. So he doesn't want people making money off it. He doesn't want shops taking the design and printing it.
If you want to share it, then if you want to share it but don't want people making money off of it, they have to be bad designs. If you want to share it but you want to share it controlled, then you have to control the environment you share it with. So like I said, a competition, do like a raffle, or you're not earning money for that. You're using the money the money from the raffle to pay the printers to print them, and yeah, you might earn like what, 20 quid, 30 quid each time, £30 or whatever, but that raffle gets you interest. You could do it on your videos, you could do it at the end of the video, you could, but just don't, then you're controlling the manner the design goes out. You're still sharing it with the community, you know, and just do a thing where if you've entered it and if you've won a mat from me, you can't win the next mat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? You're still sharing it with the community.
I think
there is actually a way to go forward though. But this is a technology I have not yet explored. Do you know Cabbage Patch Kids?
No.
Yeah.
I know of them, yeah.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
We kind of just show our age.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Cabbage Patch Kids, they came out with a first wave of digital trading cards.
Yeah.
And how did they control? Because everything is digital, you could just hack into the into the software, the application, and just pull out the assets, right? And how did they control their trading card? They just came out with digital trading card. How do they verify that your trading card is not just a digital copy? They actually put a blockchain behind it. So only a certain amount of this particular image can exist. And it can be verified. You cannot duplicate.
That's way too much work.
Yeah, correct. That's way too much work. It is a commercial level of protection for a thing that I'm sharing it for free. However, I think we do not need to come up with a solution today. But what I really want is the viewers and the listeners who are still with us at this point of time. I hope...
Get your comments in. Like, what do you guys think he should do?
Yeah, correct. Tell me.
What do you want him to do?
Yep.
Also, if you wanted to keep sharing the designs, which I'm sure you do because they're good designs, then just, you know, treat them with respect and make sure you bring them to printers who are reputable and who won't try and make more and sell it.
Yep, correct. Because I am making the playmats so that we share. I would just want to share it for people for personal usage. If you guys like the design as much as I do, print it, use it, have fun with it. You know, you could give it to somebody as a gift. If you know the person likes the character a lot and you're looking for a playmat with the character, share it.
I'm still upset you haven't done a baby one. Like, I kind of waited. I'm gonna have to do my own one at some point, but you know, I was thinking Senzu's gonna do it soon.
You're never getting around to it.
But
make him a baby hat.
No, that's the thing here. If I think Silk is gonna do it, it's gonna be a really good one. Look at his design. What do you do, Silk, for a living? Tell the audience.
I am a tattoo artist, so
Of?
I specialize in anime, fandom, pop culture, things like that. So I do tattoo a lot of Dragon Ball characters, and I do tattoo a lot of things like that. So if you check out my Instagram, Justsilktattoo, you'll see it all there. Yeah.
I will put down the links down below. And Silk, if I didn't do it, please remind me. I'll just edit the description.
Yes, okay. Yeah, no worries.
To put it in. Yep.
And if any of you guys ever want a tattoo, you know where to come. I'll sort you out.
You guys have to pre-book though, because this guy is busy.
Oh yeah, you do.
All right, great.
Unless it's a Tuesday mornings, right?
What's that?
Unless it's a Tuesday morning when you have slots and you post on Facebook.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So, guys, if you are still with us today, I really want to thank you for joining us in this podcast. This is the first podcast. Like I said, it's just going to be an unscripted format where a group of friends or players in the Dragon Ball Super card game, we are just going to sit around and we're going to have a topic and we're just going to talk. So the summary of this is that I create playmats for personal use. However, it's giving me quite a bit of like administrative overhead that I really don't want to deal with. And at least this one was funny.
Yeah.
It was hilarious, right? It was good. But
it was quite funny, yeah.
There are some issues that I didn't really like it because of the way that it was being handled. And there was no joy or laughter that gets out of it. Like, so, yep. And yeah, so if you guys have, like Sichuan says, if you guys have any suggestion, how can I move forward, please put it down in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. And before we end, guys, anything to say to the viewers?
Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I think Senzu should do more of these because they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool. Different topics.
Knowing more of Melvin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, I mean, I wish I could do this. I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So thank you for staying with us. And I thought about something to tell them before I end, and I just forgot. Oh, hey guys, sorry for the clickbait. I know that, okay, this is unconclusive, but the title, it's like I have decided why I have decided. Because the truth is, at one point of time, I really have decided. So basically, that's me justifying why I'm using clickbait, so that to get those precious click. But if you're here,
Advertising money.
but if you're here, I really appreciate if you like it. Subscribe, like, comment, and guys, we are on the road to my first 2K. I don't want to do any advertisement here. The main announcement of what the channel is going to do on 2K will be coming in another video. And stay tuned for another episode of podcast. Glad to have you guys, and for the guests too. It was really nice chatting with you. Thank you for your time, and goodbye.